So we're just going to take a very short time just to establish the context, then we'll open it up for Q&A, right? So at USM, we talk about two different and unique contexts. Current students and grads, bear with me. You've seen this before, but if you're like me, I learn from it every time I do it. So the first context is what we refer to as the goal line of life. It's how we relate with our world. So this is going to be things like our jobs, our relationships, our health, all those kinds of things. It's things that we would always like to be going from not as good to as great as it can be. And most of us were brought up to think that that is the context that the world operates in and that we all want to operate in. We want to be as financially successful as possible. We want to have the best possible relationships. You get the idea. That's one context. The other context that is going on simultaneously is the context that we refer to as the learning line. The learning line is about how we are going to be inside of ourselves as we go along life's path on the goal line. The learning line is the line of what we refer to here as spiritual evolution. This is the line where we start to become aware of ourselves as divine beings who are having a human experience. Not human beings with souls, but divine beings who are having a human experience. Here we are in these funny-looking bodies doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Why? The goal line is about success in the world. The learning line is about answering the question, who am I? It's also about answering the question, what am I doing here? Why am I here? What is my purpose? I can also have purpose on the goal line. Some people know that they were born to be musicians or artists or whatever. Everybody's purpose is growing in spiritual evolution while they are here. How do we know if we're growing in spiritual evolution? How do we know if we're evolving spiritually? We find, and every major religion has this as its basic tenet, that we become more and more a more loving people, loving individuals, kind, compassionate, peaceful, things of that nature. The more we grow, the more our life becomes those qualities. You could say we live into it. We live into the loving. Not that we become more loving, we become more aware of our nature as loving beings. Nobody can be more loving, but we can behave in more loving ways. We can behave in ways that more quickly, or I shouldn't say more quickly, more accurately represent the loving nature of who we truly are. No major religion would quarrel with that statement. We understand that at USM And that's why we call it spiritual psychology. It's a psychology that not only assists people along the goal line, but more importantly, assists people and provides a technology for how to navigate up the dimension of spiritual evolution. That's what we do here.